block calling. When you hear sirens ring out a warning, keep telling me the sky's falling. Now you know, these haunted streets of block calling. When you hear sirens ring out a warning, keep telling me the sky's falling. Dijon, like a purple Mac and an apple, I'm born to Mac. Steve Jobs, the beat, played God on the track. Genesis, Sinister, turn these niggas to vintages. Like I came through with sentences, couple bitches and minutes. I'm just here for the game, not the practice of scrimmage.
We're on stage as a group. The one thing you could expect is a good blend of improvisation and live arrangement and fireworks, pretty much. We had a kinetic arrangement, and it's about to go down.
White coupe, I'm so guilty. Protected by the witches and voodoo masks against me. Gently brushing my shoulders through the century. Always committed over streets I don't sleep. Spike wristed, sit vicious all over the beat. Now you know, in these haunted streets of block calling. You hear sirens ring out a warning. Keep telling me the sky's falling. Dijon, you're right. Now you know, in these haunted streets of block calling. When you hear sirens ring out a warning, keep telling me the sky's falling.
When I was younger, I listened to the Bad Brains, Run DMC, the Fat Boys, Devo, Depeche Mode, The Cure, Red Alert, Curtis Blow, Biz Markie,
Cyndi Lauper, Phil Collins, Dana Dane, Slick Rick, Bambaataa.
When I was younger, I wanted to be Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley from Kiss. My father was in love with this song by Dolly Parton called Two Doors Down, and I grew up listening to that. And there was a girl across the street who I liked, who I was trying to get her to kiss me. So I listened to the Grease soundtrack and wrote down all the lyrics so she can give me a kiss. And by the time I wrote it down, she moved away. So that's what I grew up listening to.
I grew up listening to various different types of music, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, also a lot of hip hop. Grew up on Sugar Hill Gang, Calypso as well, because my father's from a Caribbean background.
Watch the wall, watch the way I climb around your halls. Walking up wall, sideways in a stall. Throw the web on you all, back up with a U-Haul. Wreck your rep like Eddie on the LA strip with RuPaul. Yeah, you got the call, a bitch in a shawl. Rockin' in the mall, poppin' pussy, knocking niggas on brawl. Talking about, he got a crazy Benz. Poppin' pussy every second, where's the ATM? When you peepin' my shit, it's just the way we lens. No secondary to what I pay for the fake. 2 shakes of scary spice and then I'm off with the cake. On the rack for the track, let it cool off. Old crew want a snack after they nap, running up on me. But I told y'all kids what?
That's for the company.
My symphonic monopoly, philosophy sloppily, the edges those awfully. 2:45, brass lamp with a gas lamp.
White wig, slang, wolfgang.
English chamber, orchestrating no deadly banger, cliffhanger. The stranger with anger,
Bars make spark the strangler.
you couldn't catch me in the swamps. Navigators, alligators, maps and calibrators. A priest, all the shit that keeps them on the ballerinas.
It's the return. It's the return.
What's up?
It's the return.
Dijon!
It's the return.
Let's go.
It's a return of the primetime ex-cadet. You get pecked, back and set, epithets. Epileptic ellipses, my daughter clips fractures in your
Fractal jelly jar.
Czar, dictator, often imitated and hated by many. Just me by my just me by my inner souls, foes. Judge me by a fact on the track. I reenact the fact. It is only known in the intimate zone with a microphone I ignite.
Tight poles.
I'm known to write trifling poems on homes of grown kids with blown wigs that live in cribs and sleep under stairs on chairs with tears. HP live like plants, get your dance on. Your fake
Eyes on, cry on,
my song.
sing about the freedom of my people.
New Balance, sneaker fever, thunder receiver.
1, 2, 3, it's HP. It's the return.
I want y'all to do it.
It's the return. It's the return.
Say what's good.
It's the return.
It's the return.
It's the return. It's the return. It's the return. It's the return.
At this point, for us collaboratively, the music usually comes first in most instances, and everybody contributes. You know what I mean? We're all producers as well, so you know, when we're bringing something to the table, it's always kind of fleshed out. You know, I won't say always, but 9 times out of 10. But I know one thing is, if we 5 agree on something as being hot, then it's, you know, pretty much a go. So we just try to get on the same page.
One thing that's nice about, you know, the APC experience is that if you have an idea or whatever you want to do, you can just do it, and then we see how it works or doesn't work. But it's the greatest thing is it's more like really like a workshop. You know what I mean? A workshop as far as graphic design, as far as like imagery that we're gonna be coming with. You know, it's like whatever you want to do, bring it to the table. You know, talk about what the idea is, and you know, let's make it happen. You know what I mean? So it's open. It's a democracy.
Usually when we get together, we all have individual setups in our own environments. I know Priest and Saeed have their own home studios, and sometimes they come up with the track. We all get the track. It all bounces back to Earl's house, and then we lay vocals at Earl's, and then Earl does whatever he needs to do. He could elaborate more on what he does, and then we all write to it, decide and move on, and then pick the best songs that we all feel comfortable about using and the most excited about. But to explain the process further, I pass the mic to Earl Blaze.
We all come together with the ideas. Each have our own individual, you know, exposures and things that we grew up listening to and styles, and, you know, combining them together is, you know, to make it a uniform, you know, production is what my job is. So I, you know, take the individual sounds and ideas and kind of create, you know, the shell in which we can all expose our own individuality within the songs, because that's important, that each individual's personality comes through in each song, and that's what, you know, I try to make sure happens.
Watch the wall, watch the way I climb around your halls. Walking up wall, sideways in a song. Throw the web on you all, back up with a U-Haul. Wreck your rep like Eddie on the LA strip with RuPaul. Yeah, you got the call, a bitch in the shawl, rockin' in the mall, poppin' pussy, knocking niggas on brawl. Talking about he got a crazy Benz, poppin' pussy every second. Where's the ATM? When you peepin' my shit, it's just the way we live. No secondary to what I pay for the fake. 2 shakes of scary spice and then I'm off with the cake. On the rack for the track, let it cool off. Old crew want a snack after they nap, running up on me. But I told y'all kids what?
That's for the company.
My symphonic monopoly, philosophy sloppily, edges those awfully. 2:45, brass lamp with a gas lamp.
White wig slang Wolfgang.
English chamber orchestrating no deadly banger, cliffhanger, the stranger with anger.
Bars make spark the strangler.
You couldn't catch me in the swamps, this is navigators, alligators, maps and calibrators. The priests know the shit that keeps them on the ballerinas. It's the return.
Well, this new adventure with touring now, I haven't toured in a couple of years, so it's pretty strenuous. I'm looking forward to sleeping for a very long time, but it's fun actually, you know, traveling, seeing new places. I haven't actually myself been on a lot of the touring with Antipop, because I've been in the laboratory, you know, working, you know, on the actual music. So it's kind of good to be out and about. So,
well, right now at the moment, we don't have a new album. We have an album that's in the works. We're in the process of trying to complete a new record, but we don't have a finished product as of yet. But it's in the works still. We perform. We're right now when we're performing with previous material, as well as newer material that we've been working on for a yet uncompleted album. Plus, we have, in addition, we have Megman right here, who also tours and accompanies us as well when we're in a touring situation. But in terms of like a new record, we're still in the process of finishing it. And,
yeah, Dijon, Saturday night, man.
The only thing I like bright beside my name and lights is the back of my head, Mr. One Strike Red. Open my front door and watch love overrated, hate spread instead. I can witness that intent, rob Fred for bread. Broker in debt, so that's what you say. $1 earned already spent.
What's up, y'all?
But money comes and goes, like multiple topics and flows. To the paper chase to accumulate zeros. My best is yet to arrive, writing reflects the wisdom of age, defeated by the forces of life. To go back to my father died, I used to climb a tree and stare at the stars and say that's where I'll be. So I stayed up late, worked hard to create. Whether I wrote the masturbate to be your name, you were great with great. Come the game, monsoon, red the road, but lie on the delta 3 cheers, fully blue spring, papa. We
What's up, y'all?
With the flavor. Now it's now simply inferior. To pull your possibility, turn your probability into actual fact.
How we work in the studio is, like I said before, we come with various tracks, ideas, lyrics, hooks, melodies, and things like that. And then we just go ahead and we'll go upstairs because Earl has 2 floors and he has a vocal booth that's upstairs. So you go upstairs into the vocal booth and he's got the camera and you can see the camera. You look in the camera and you do what you do. Then you come back downstairs and listen to it. And if it works, you keep it. If it doesn't, go back upstairs. Absolutely working with very different, with different textures and different, different sound atmospheres, like your question. That's what we've always been involved in, and I'm just excited to push the envelope with textures and with the way that sounds are. I think it's pretty infinite. So, yeah, that's the answer.
And then with each project, we trying to use new material and new machines as well, new technology. So, the library is kind of thick. There's a lot of gear. A third of that is what we bring to the stage. So for us, we bring the studio to the stage, and then we just do it like that. So that atmosphere is always around.
Personally, I like to create a soundscape that takes you somewhere, so that as you're listening, it transports you to another place. So it brings you, to where we want to take you. So the different textures, like using static or, clean sounds and sometimes dirty sounds, just to make the whole experience, whether it be through an album or through a song, to kind of add different dimensions, using panning and, the left and right, and just utilizing the whole soundscape. I enjoy doing that for speakers and for headphones especially, and different rhythms, and and if the vocals come down and they're not right, they go back into the booth to do it again. But I prefer vocals, performances that are have emotion and feeling to them, as opposed to being perfect in the sense of, rhythmic timing. Is more important that the feeling of the song comes forth. That matters to me more than anything. And, these gentlemen up here do that every time.
On the haunted house and the sticks.
Headless like twitching, ish, the grips are swift and hit and switch. Somebody's buried under the bench. That's what happens when you get hit with a cinch. Twist it up like a fence. Time getters in a matter of minutes. Imagine that movement, a mini white man making a mess. Put the top with the rest, drop the hex, top of the sweat, get the check plus from the next. With the ill potion to keep cats on float.
Dead in motion. Stop.